Hi everyone, welcome back to our second video. So today we're going to switch it over to makeup and we're going to do a smoky eye. So let's go ahead and get started. I have super small eyes, as you can see. I don't have any eye makeup on right now, so this is just me natural. So I have to really do some tricks to make them look bigger. And so that's kind of what I'll focus on, little things that I've used, but also it can apply really well to people who have naturally big eyes. Lucky for you. So the very first thing I do when it comes to eye makeup is put on an eye makeup primer. So this is called Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. So this allows your eyeshadow just to stay a lot longer. For nighttime, 6 or 7 hours, it pretty much stays. So all you do is you take a tiny little amount and you just rub it all over. If you think you'll be doing stuff on the bottom, do a little there. Now I'll be using two main products throughout this. One, the Naked 2 palette, and one is the Too Faced Smokey Eye palette. So I'll go ahead and show the Naked 2 palette. So this is kind of a staple when it comes to eyeshadows. Caroline gave it to me for Christmas, so that was super exciting because I was just kind of working with a bunch of random colors from a lot of different palettes. So this is great, especially when it comes to traveling, because it has so many great colors. You really could just bring this palette and be totally set. I've really been leaning towards the brown gray colors. I think it can turn out really pretty, so that's what's great about this palette. It kind of goes on the whole spectrum all the way up to black. So the very first thing I'm going to use is the Foxy color, and it's just a white, and I'm just going to put it everywhere. So just kind of use that as the baseline. It's not supposed to be bright white or anything like that, just something to kind of neutralize it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use is the Tease color. So it's just kind of this really light, almost purpley brown. And the brush I'm going to use for this is the brush that actually comes with the Naked 2 palette, which is great because it's a really nice brush. So one is kind of a fluffy brush and one's more of like a thinner. You could kind of use it as something that you're rimming your waterline or something like that for. So go ahead and apply that. And I'm using my little Sephora, actually gift cards come in this, and then it also is a mirror, so it's really nice. So I'll use that to kind of watch while I'm doing it. So as you can see, I'm just going to take it up to kind of the middle, and it's not dark at all. Just going to kind of use it as a color to blend with. So right up here, right above my lid, right above my crease. Also my crease is kind of, I don't know, in a different spot than most people. I have kind of a hooded eye, so it's a little bit different than most, but basically just about halfway up is what I like. And if it doesn't look blended to you, that's okay, because we're gonna blend everything in the end. Okay, so the next color I'm gonna use is this Pistol color right here. It's kind of a shimmery gray. It's really pretty. And the brush I'm gonna use for that is this one. So these are actually our Sephora professional brushes. It came in a kit. Wasn't super expensive and didn't have all of the brushes you necessarily need, but it's a very good start if you're not trying to spend a ton of money on your brushes, which I'm certainly not. And I have it in this fun brush kit, which has some of my face makeup brushes and all that. But so I'll put a link below to that particular set of brushes. So I'll be using Pistol. And what I'm doing here is I'm kind of doing like a square. So from the middle to over here and down. I'll show you what that looks like. And I like to just kind of dab it at first, especially with a darker color like this, because if you never really know how much product you're getting on your brush, and if all of a sudden you've gotten a ton and you put it on, there's no turning back. So I like to start little and just keep adding on more. Okay, so you can kind of see a pretty color developing here. I haven't blended it, so that's why it's gonna look really kind of liney, but I'll go ahead and do it to the other eye before I blend. So just patting, doing kind of a square area in the corner of my eye. Okay, so you can see they're pretty gray on both sides, and the next step I'm gonna do is to blend it. So something that you can invest in, which I think is totally worth it, is a good blending brush. So this is the blending brush I'm using, and it's Sigma Blending E25. So all I'm gonna do here is just blend. So not applying any new product or anything like that. So it's really just swooping. Another thing you'll notice, depending on how much product you use and the shape of your eye, is that a lot of times I end up getting shadow in the kind of past the area you'd want it, which in my opinion is kind of straight from the corner of your eye to the end of your brow. So a lot of times I just wait until I'm completely done at the end, and then I'll use some eye makeup remover with a Q-tip or something and just kind of swoop it up, and that way it just makes it for a more clean a clean finish. Another idea for that is to put a piece of tape right here, and that way if while you're applying the product, you can kind of go as crazy as you want, because it won't actually go past your skin. So the next thing we're going to do is go to the black. So this color is called the Blackout. So we're going to do really similar to what we did before, pat it on really lightly and then blend it. So I'll use a different brush. Once again, with Sephora, it's just kind of a denser, wider brush. So get a little bit of product on it. And then we're gonna tap kind of same area, kind of the square area, and then we'll blend it. So kind of just taking it to the middle of my eye. Okay, so I'll start with that. I know it looks kind of bad right now because I haven't blended it and I have all this stuff left over here, but we'll keep trying. Maybe a little bit more at the top. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start blending on this one. Nope, that's not my blending brush. Yeah, it is. And really there's nothing to blending except just doing it over and over again. There's no special trick, at least that I know of. You just kind of rub it back and forth. Alright, so it's starting to kind of get not as liney, as edgy. So that's kind of when you know you're doing a good job with your blending. So go ahead and do the other side. Okay, so I'm starting to really like that effect. The next thing I'm going to do is use a shadow from a different palette. So this is the Too Faced Smokey Eye. So you can tell it's pretty dirty because I use this bad boy a lot. So this is cool because it's a small palette, but it has a lot of variety in it. So this side kind of has your base colors depending on what you're going for. And then this is sort of your fun. I kind of like to use them as kind of enhancers of what you already have. And these are kind of your classic colors that you could use with anything, depending on what color you're going for or what look you're going for. So if you want a brown, you've got that. If you want a deeper smoky, you've got your deep black. And then, you know, depending on your eye color, a navy could look really pretty as well. So I'm going to use here this cloves color up here. It's gold, just kind of as a brushing on the top, just to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. So I'm just going to use my blending brush for that because I don't want a lot of product. I just want to kind of blend it in and maybe with a certain light catch a little gold. So just blending it in. Not even sure it'll show up in the camera, but it's not supposed to have a big effect, just a little something. Okay, and the next step is kind of one of the more important steps of the smoky eye, and that's going and getting into your waterline. So a lot of people say this closes your eye up. Some people say you should do it on the top only or the bottom only. I'm only going from my personal experience, which for me, I have to do rimming the waterline. If I do the top, it just makes my eyes look even smaller. And that's just not the look I'm going for. So like I said, I'm gonna use this Smokin' Hot color, and I'm gonna use a slanted brush. So it's really thin, and it just kind of gets the perfect amount of product, and it's thin enough to go straight on your waterline. I'm putting the color directly on the waterline, as you can see. So it's starting to get a little bit more product there. And a tip that I've heard to avoid getting wrinkles and all of that is you never really want to pull this out too tightly, just because if you do it every day for, I don't know, 5 years, it really will tend to pick up more fine lines here, and I know we're all avoiding that. So, but it's also hard to do it without doing that, so it's a little give and take. I just try and pull pretty lightly. Okay, so as you can see, I've done both eyes now. Gone in there on the waterline, both eyes. Depending on how big your waterline is or how much you put, it can kind of start to fall, which sort of helps create the smoky eye look. And the kind of the last step in really achieving that look is smoking it out a little bit, is what you'll hear people say. So once again, using one of my Sephora brushes, this is a little bit denser. Need to clean it. And you can just get a little bit of product and you'll just smoke it out. So for this, I used a gray, which is called Up and Smoke, so kind of perfect. So I'm just gonna go right here in the corner and then a little bit up, and I'll just kind of blend it all together to create more of a smoky eye. Just getting up here on the lid just so that you can blend it together and the colors go together a little bit more seamlessly rather than just a brand new color that isn't used anywhere else. So really a little amount, just right here. Do it on the other side. Okay, so that's kind of the smoky part of it. Like I said, especially for me, I always have to clean up the ends. So you can see right here, a lot of the product is falling, even more so on this side, which generally just happens to me. It's probably just the angle I do this side. So I'll go ahead and clean that up. So I have an eye makeup remover that I swear by. I used to use kind of the astringent type removers that said they were oil free, but they always just burn my eyes. I have super sensitive eyes, so this is something that works perfectly for me. So this is eye makeup remover lotion, and it's Neutrogena hydrating. I actually don't even think they sell these in drugstores anymore. I get Amazon to deliver it like every 3 months because it is my absolute favorite, and I don't think I'll ever use anything else. So once again, I'll provide a link in the description below. But just use a tiny bit, put it on, then you can use a Q-tip, you can use a cotton swab, a tissue, whatever makes sense for you. And then just kind of go like this. Kind of up into where your eyebrow ends. Already looking a little bit stronger, a little bit less messy. Although not everyone does this, because some people like the smoky eye to look actually messy. Like I know if you'll see a lot of models who do it, it's kind of crazy and all over the place, but that's the look they're going for. So I'll do the exact same thing. I'll put a little bit more on that side because I've got more residue. Same thing here. Okay, so just cleaned it up there both. A lot of times I'll just kind of go one more time, do a little bit more blending, just so the lines aren't too harsh. And that's pretty much it for the cleaning part. So the last step, which is arguably the most important, is the mascara. So I have a mascara that I absolutely love, especially for a look like this, and it is called the They're Real by Benefit, and I'll link it below. This is a small tube, but they come in a big tube too. This is great for keeping in your purse, so you never have to bring it from your makeup to your purse or back and forth, especially if you travel. I travel a lot for work, so that's something that's perfect for me. So I use this, so I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes and then come back and we'll do the mascara. Okay, so curled my eyelashes, and now I'm gonna actually apply the mascara. Everyone has their own kind of technique. I focus mainly on my top lashes because I notice that my eyelashes normally kind of, if I put too much in the bottom, it'll hit immediately my cheek and just kind of looks messy. So start at the base and kind of go up from there. Okay, so that just really makes them pop at the end. And that's just pretty much how I do my mascara. And then, you know, I usually choose some type of lip color based on what outfit I'm wearing, and then I'm good for the night. So this is the final look. Put some lipstick on, I'll link that in the description below. Added a little bit more concealer underneath my eyes just to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more fresh. And if you're interested in seeing any videos about concealers, please let me know. I love them. I think it's a product that everyone should have, and a good one at that. And then that is pretty much it. So put my hair down, put an outfit on, that sort of thing. And this is the finished look. So like I said before, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe. If you have any more ideas for videos, whether that be cooking or makeup or skincare or more hair tutorials, whatever it is, please let us know and we'd be happy to make some more videos. So thanks so much, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.